Hello beautiful Pisces, and welcome back to Intuitive Energies. My name is Jane and I do readings for Pisces. So this week Pisces, if you haven't seen yesterday's video, putting out all the cards that we're going to be looking at this week, I would invite you and suggest that you watch that first. I also did a full moon in Gemini, which is going to bring the air energy in. So appropriately, because Gemini is coming in this week, the full moon in Gemini, which is an air sign, communication in the third house is going to be something we're going to be looking at this week. Now, as with everything else, when energy comes in that's not your own, it can feel slightly uncomfortable, and it can take us a moment to figure out how to better deal with that energy. We will be doing a reading this afternoon with the Hanging Man, so I'm going to put that one aside because that's the one that's coming in with that reading. But right now we're going to concentrate on the third house and communication, number 41, 5. Always a complication in the way you do things. 5 is, in Tarot, is a number of, there's work happening. It's usually, for the 5 of Wands, a card of conflict. With the 5 of Swords, it could be battles. With the 5 of Pentacles, it's feeling alienated. And the 5 of Cups could be like an emotional upheaval. So 5 is a lot of work in a Tarot. It's even in it comes in number 14 as Temperance, as finding the balance and patience into finding solutions. This also comes in the Hierophant as a guidance, a guide and a teacher on how to do things. So even though sometimes it can cause problems, it's a great problem-solving tool. So I'm going to look here at the third house. And if you can hear the bird song, I decided to take winter birds for us this week because winter is definitely here where I'm at. And I know in the other hemisphere you guys are going into summer, but I hope that you'll enjoy this all the same. Okay, so communication, and you do have the beautiful birds, okay, communicating with each other. So it says here, if your chart were a village map, the third house would represent your local neighborhood, primary school, and corner pub. It symbolizes how you learn, communicate, and move around your familiar world based on your sibling-like relationships and the people in your local environment. Check the lines of communication in your thinking process. First, repair any actual technical glitches, loose wires, computer or phone problems, and take this metaphor a step further and look at how your messages are sent and received. Make sure you understand what was intended in a letter or email you received. Ask other people what they heard you say. And in exchange, when in doubt, ask for more information and repair any miscommunications. Then take this metaphor in-house and look within. Notice the quality of your thinking. Repair glitches, stretch your mental muscles, and improve the quality of your communications. You may need to learn new ways to express yourself so others hear your true intentions. Think about how you learn to communicate growing up through your relationships with siblings or sibling-like friends, your early school experiences. Investigate how those early relationships form mental habits that affect the present moment. You may need to get out of your head and get a fresh perspective, which is what the Hangman is all about. Okay? Observe and test your assumptions. Check for confirmation bias. The tendency to believe anything that supports your opinions and reject new information that challenge your worldview. And I'm going to put this in right here. I am doing videos right now for memberships, Patreon, and memberships on YouTube, talking about the different things that happen in the room in your mind, and they're broaching that subject right here. Things that you already have a bias, a tendency to believe something before you even get into that room. You already have a set answer. Sometimes you need to look at this. Does this come from before? Okay, so anything that makes you reject new information, you should take a second look at. The reason I'm doing these videos is to help you clear the clutter in your mind so that you can better meditate and then contact your spirit guide. So it's kind of like a mini series that I'm doing. I may end up making a course in the end to go even further in, but these will be available if you're a member, to just keep them as reference to help you go into I don't know, figuring out how to get a great mindset and a fresh insight to get in a better and higher energy, okay? Read a spiritual text or ponder a metaphysical concept and let it stretch your mind, okay? And there it says, check in with siblings and sibling-like friends. Look for any shadow of rivalry and see if you can switch it to manual encouragement where all win. It's up to you to reframe this dynamic. And by the way, I talked about that as well with the full moon in Gemini. I gave as an example, when somebody comes blathering at you, instead of going, you know, whoa, you're too much, making them feel like they can't share with you, instead of listening a little longer and going, yeah, I can see how that's frustrating. This is what they're saying, reframing, okay? Chatter is not the same as communication. Sibling or sibling-like rivalry can challenge you to grow in small doses, but don't let it distract you from self-direction. Stay on target, okay? So here we go. Impartiality. Okay. So that's exactly it. She has, if you look at it, she has two very different paint cans. What does this card remind you of? Like all week, we've been looking at Libra energy. Even though it is Gemini coming in, it is still an air sign. So they're telling you to take that Libra energy, that wind energy of just balancing things out. Be more impartial than jumping to conclusions right away. Keep your communications clear all week this week. That's going to be definitely what we're trying to figure out, what we're trying to bring in here. Okay? Act as if when somebody comes at you, because when I'm saying coming at you, is they may come in with their full force of energy, wanting to just share everything and just overload you. And as Pisces, we can get overloaded very easily because we already have an empath. Use the beautiful energy of the three queens that came out with this wind energy coming in, and let it kind of sit with you, but feel like you are somebody on the outside looking in. Don't let it inundate you with energy that kind of just takes it out of context. Be an impartial judge. I love that. Just feel like you are slightly removed from it, like you would be somebody taking a look from the outside in. Okay? And when you do that, you give yourself a better chance, and the people who are talking a better chance to take time. It's like looking at a TV show and then not passing judgment, but having an opinion about it after the fact. After the 30 minutes of this episode is over, you get a, okay, well, you know, that's now that I think of it and I've pondered it, I can see where this and this and this, okay? It's going to be important this week. They're coming in really strong. And this, I'm guessing it's because the holiday seasons, we're all going to start meeting up with people, or we're going to start doing things. And we're going to have to really monitor ourselves in the kind of chatter that we're going to being able to receive, and there's the Hangman. If you're just joining now, the Hangman is the card that we are going to be looking at in the second reading. So the Hangman is all about perspective, right? Stop, think, and get a new perspective. Absolutely. So that is, get a new light on the subject. It's going to serve you very well this week to stop, drop, and roll. But it's like putting out the fire. They're telling you stop, drop, and roll. This is the thing to tell you if you've caught fire and you can't put it out, to drop to the ground and roll. It kind of, it muffles out the fire as you're rolling on the ground. So we had the three queens. We had the cups, the emotional, and she's emotionally mature. We have the nurturing, which is the grounded queen, the Queen of Pentacles, and we have the Queen of Fire. So the fire will attract the people to you. The nurture will help calm the situation, and the cups will also put emotion back instead of reaction. So just use that to your best ability this week, Pisces. Oh, Death and Rebirth, but it didn't come out. It just made a showing. We're still on a path of changing our lives. We're still on the path of changing ourselves. So by doing that as well, they're reminding you that the focus is your transitioning. It isn't this energy coming in. Okay? Although it's going to feel very strong this week, this by no means is not the important part. That is why you need to be impartial. You need to step away and look at it from an outsider's point of view, rather than getting stuck in that energy that's coming in. Okay? King of Pentacles has been showing up in the reading for this week. Where is it? I think it's, wait a minute. I've seen it already. Oh, yes. This is Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. You have Step Into Your Power. So there's the King showing up again. You're powerful in the way you receive things. And a lot of people misinterpret this action. If you see this knight, this King of Pentacles, he's not moving. He's not like in the middle with a sword and, just, on the hunt. He's very much about being very comfortable where he is. Even the King of Pentacles, even though he is the male, the masculine of the energy, he feels very much like he is getting something. He's getting something as in almost a feminine energy in the way that he is reacting to it. It's really awesome in the way that he is reacting to it. He's nurturing, and he's really, and it isn't the King of Wands. You see, I thought this was the King, but this is not the King of Wands. This is the King of Pentacles. But they were bringing in, stepping into your power. This is the same thing. It's stepping into your power of nurture, though, Pisces. Not stepping into your power of fire. Because this is fire here. This is what I feel like. This is the fire. Aries is fire, stepping into your power. But this definitely, they're saying that these are two very much related energies. We're working with all three this week very much to counterbalance that wind energy that's coming in. So just make sure to really stop, ground, and roll. That's what they were talking about. This is it. This is the grounding energy. The Three of Cups showing up, turning, reconnection to self, to spirit, to the energies around you. The Ace of Swords. Very important to take a moment, like I did here. I thought this was the King of Wands. Take a moment, redirect, figure out what you're seeing, if it's really what you're seeing. See the clarity. She has her eyes closed and she's really being clear on what she's seeing and communicating. Okay? It's going to be important this week. Because you may just, like, skim over things, and because you're very busy with things, things will be coming at you this way and this way, so you're not going to be concentrated on this. Take the time to refocus that energy and then move forward. It's the best advice that they can give you. Two of Pentacles, adapt, juggle the energies. Nine of Swords and Ace of Pentacles. Yeah. Because if you're the Nine of Wands, it's, especially in this one, if you look, if you stand in fire of being too active in the way that you are getting it. Sometimes the Nine of Wands is a perseverance and determination, but you're so fatigued and guarded and rigid and frustrated that sometimes I feel that you're missing the point. You get defensive, and then this came out like this, okay, but I'm going to leave it like this. So it's hard to make things grow in that kind of environment. It's hard to give that nurturing energy, that's that hand, that cupping of, I'm going to help and I'm going to help something grow. And it's, you know, I'm not going to blame you. It's sometimes it's no fault of our own. Things, like I said, things are coming this way and are coming that way. And you're trying to focus on this way and you're communicating this, but you're skimming and things get out of your, they get out of your grasp for even just a moment, and that can cause a lot of ripple effects. So just please pay attention. Like, double check. I would even say double check. Look again. Oh, wait a minute, this isn't the King of Fire. Oh, wow. Fire is usually, yeah, he is action, he's going, but that's, you know, I was talking about, no, he's not. But I was thinking King of Fire, but this King of Fire is not, but he's the King of Pentacles. So I'm communicating the right idea, but I'm using the wrong words. In other words, the wrong title, right? This is something that they're saying, just take your time. Recheck, check again. Make sure that it's clear and clarify it when it's not. Okay? And as soon as you spot it, don't wait, don't skim over it. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles is good news, great beginnings, setting goals. So keep open to good news coming in this week, especially communicated through emails. Make sure that you keep everything, like I said in this card, make sure that you keep everything clear. Childlike joy. Okay? Concentrate on the things that bring you joy and happiness. Don't concentrate on those heavy emotions that come in. Because especially with the wind of your mind, and can keep you stuck there. You don't want to get stuck there at all. Right. Negative energies, away from that, absolutely. Keep yourself away from getting stuck in there, okay? It's going to feel a little bit like a mental test sometimes. It's going to feel maybe deceiving. You may feel opposed, and you're going to want to protect yourself from that. Keep it in mind. Just keep it on the forefront. That's all. That's it. That's all you can do. Keep your energy vibe high. Keep your communication clear. The best that they can give you here is being impartial. Stay from the outside in. Take a look again, get clarity. Don't get defensive, okay? Make sure you're nurturing the people around you with good energy, okay? Don't say stop, say I understand better. Joy, not negativity. Shift the perspective this week. Okay, so I want you to write in the comments, I will be an impartial, observer this week. I will be an impartial observer this week. There you go. And that will help you. Keep repeating yourself. Keep repeating that to yourself. Just for this week, keep yourself out of the big heady emotions that come in. Okay, so that they don't distract and detract you. I'm sending you love, light, and blessings. I'm going to be back with the Hanging Man later on. We're going to talk about that perspective. I hope I see you there. I'm sending you love, light, blessings. Take care.